offset path is the idea that you're taking an object and you're using it as the basis of a new path. And that new path is going to be just bigger or smaller, a little bit larger than the original path or a little bit smaller than the original path. To demonstrate what that means, we'll start with just a stroke here going around this circle. And then actually we'll select the object and we're going to go into appearance and look for the stroke right there and then duplicate it. So I'm just holding down Alt or Option on my keyboard, and now I have the exact same stroke stacked on top of itself. Because I want the original stroke to just stay the same size and shape and position as it is right now. But I want this new stroke, and I'll make it a different color so that when we start to expand it, it'll be more obvious what's happening. I want this to be either bigger or smaller than the original stroke. So now selecting the object, and actually I didn't have that selected when I applied the new color, so I'll redo that part. Then I'm going to go to Effects, and I'm going to go down to Path, and then Offset Path. And so here you can see, if I just leave this like it is, it's a pretty small value, positive value, meaning it's a little bit bigger than the original path. I've got my original black stroke and then the new larger red one. And I could have done that the opposite way, where instead of a positive value, I could go to offset path and I could put a negative value in. So let's just add a negative sign right there. And now it makes that offset path smaller than the original path. And so that's exactly what I have here. We just have this original fill, which was just that black circle, and then started by duplicating it, and then instead of it being black, just went in and gave it a gradient look. Instead of it could just be a flat color or whatever, but then went into it and offset that path. And here you can see I could still go in and edit this offset path. These remain flexible. So when I click on offset path, it's saying I set this to 0.25 inches. I could set it to, I could change it now and make it 0.5 inches or whatever, and it's just going to get larger. But it's just a matter of starting with that first path, duplicating it, changing the look of the new one, offsetting it. This one here, the idea is that I have my original path, but then I'm going to take and add a stroke to it, and then just offset the stroke from the path. So move this over a little bit so we can see that in action. Take the path. I've got this object selected. I will add a stroke to it, and let's make it bright red so that it's, obviously different looking. Right now it's just hugging that underlying shape. But if I take that and just say I want the stroke to be offset, then Effects, Path, Offset Path, and here I can set that to whatever value I want to. Let's make it 1/8 of an inch, 0.125, click OK. And then from there I can go in and start to change the stroke weight, change the color, make it a gradient, or whatever I want to do. So more commonly, or more practically, you would do something like this, and we're going to, in a separate video, talk about how to achieve offset paths with something like type.